You know what's really sad about life and people that I realized and analyzed and figured out, which I figured out a long time ago. But the person that I am is a person that wants to give, and I want to help people. I want to, give the most that I can. I don't really need nothing in life, just food, clothing, and shelter, the basics. But people don't want the basics, they want everything, even when they're poor. And what I figured out, and with my life and how I approach my life, is when I'm alone, and I am alone, when I'm the lone wolf, my life is easy. My life is better. I don't have to deal with people's energy, number one. I don't have to deal with their wants and needs. I don't have to hear them complaining. I don't have to do anything for them. You see, since I've been in Jamaica, POD is a non-profit thing, and I do it from the heart. I didn't even finish all the paperwork yet at this moment because I'm constantly on the go as far as this work and building my thing and trying to build a foundation. And along the way, everything will, fill in place. But I just noticed that the more that I do for the people down here, the more they take it for granted. It's like a parasite thing. Not even parasites are even different than that. Parasites just do what they do. Parasites are just programmed a certain way. But these people, once you give them, they just take and take and take and don't appreciate, and they'll drive you down to the damn grave. You give them $1, they want another one, and they'll ask you for it. They won't let you give them anything. They just take, they want, they beg, and they beg unpredictably. It's just so crazy. So when I stick to myself and I avoid people, life is so much easier. It just feels more peaceful. I'm not arguing. I'm not getting involved in ignorance. Not that I argue with people. I'm just saying, when you're around people and you're hearing their stories and you're hearing the stuff that they're dealing with, it's so draining. It's so draining. And I'm the type of person, I soak up everything around me. When I used to work in the barbershop and I cut like 10, 15, 20, 30 heads, and I cut like 30 heads the most, or 40 heads, whatever the case may be, the more heads I cut is the more bad I feel, because I've been touching people that's draining me. Some people bring positive energy where you feel good, but most of them are draining your energy. And that's what I feel. I feel all that around me. So the more that I'm giving, the more that I'm giving of myself. So I'm drained. So when I take breaks, like what I'm doing now, when I take breaks from people, I feel a lot better. I just stay to myself. Although I still work and I still cut hair, but I just stay to myself, go home, go to sleep, not go around the kids, not listen to people in the neighborhood and what they want and this and that, or listen to their stories. I just go find a corner and chill in it. And although that's isolation, sometimes isolation is good. It's dangerous, but it's good too when you know what you're doing. When you isolate yourself, take yourself from the environment, you need to do that sometimes. I'm not trying to say abandon people, because you still want to help people and you still want to be you, which I'm being me. I'm always going to give because I don't need anything. But the people that you give to, that's the problem, man. And it seems like human nature, the more you give, the more people want to take, or the more they just take it for granted. I don't care if they're a good person or not. The more you give to people, the more they want to take. So then you have to balance it out. There's so much thinking involved in it. People say they want good, positive things and positive people, but they don't treat them right when they get them, and they run them into the ground. And when the positive people want something back or in return, they don't want to give them nothing because they're used to that person giving. So when you're a giver, Don't expect anything. All you could do is just, when it's time for you, give back to yourself by spending time alone. Learn how to spend time alone as a giver, because you're going to need to keep all that energy in you before it overwhelms you. I'm telling you, you have to learn how to be a lone wolf a lot of the times, because you're going to drain yourself. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there. I'm speaking from experience. Everything that I talk is from experience and the stuff that I learned. And I'm still learning every single day. I'm not going to stop learning until I die, okay? Have a nice day, people.